So, Mighty Ducks Game Changers is officially coming out March, I think 26. I don't know, I might be totally wrong on that date. The point is, it is coming out in March, and this is a sequel series to the Mighty Ducks trilogy of movies. So, I thought it would be smart to go through the Mighty Ducks movies and review them so you have knowledge to my thoughts on the films before I start covering each episode as it drops on Disney Plus in March. And the trailer's out now for Mighty Ducks Game Changers, so if you want to go check that out, that's out there. Mighty Ducks, yeah. This movie is pretty so I am a person who has always said I'm not a sports movie person, and I think this is the reason why. Because I've always had people tell me they love Mighty Ducks, they love movies like that, and I thought, I should check them out. And that was in my younger years. And I was like, okay, I'll watch it. But when I watch it, it's just a story I've seen a million times. It's the underdog story of characters rising to the top. So in this movie, we have Emilio Estevez, character, who I don't remember the name of. I don't remember any people's names in this movie, but he and these kids are, well, he gets in trouble and has to end up teaching this group of hockey players, of these kids who are kids, to play hockey, and it kind of learns humility and all that and to be a good person, and it's a very generic story. I think what elevates it is the kids in this movie. They're all really well casted, and the child actors actually do a great job of giving these kids life and kind of making them at least fun and entertaining to watch. This movie is a fun movie. I think my issue just boils down to it is so trope heavy that maybe not when it came out, but when you watch it now, it feels manipulative. When you watch sequences where he goes into the kid's house to apologize for a sequence in the movie where he tried to get them to cheat because they just suck so bad. And he goes in there, and then the kid just goes randomly out of nowhere. You want to stay for dinner, and you know where that's going to go. You know where things like that are going to go. But when you watch scenes like that, it starts feeling manipulative. And I think I think why I say not back when it came out, while this still was a trope heavy movie back when it came out, it's even worse nowadays. And there are tons of kids' movies that have this formula. And so it just, I'm not going to say it's a horrible movie, but I feel like this is a movie that only works for the people who grew up on it. Well, I didn't grow up on it. I didn't watch this in the 90s. I didn't watch this in the theater. It only works for really kids in the 90s who love hockey and saw this when it came out. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I just feel like, I don't know. I think it is interesting that they decided to make it a series and not a reboot movie. That makes a little bit more sense to me because everyone who's seen this movie says the best part is the kids, and I agree with that. So maybe having a series where you can expand upon the kids, give them character arcs and things like that, and do a lot more would actually be a beneficial thing to this series, to this franchise. So yeah, I'll be reviewing every single Mighty Ducks movie every Saturday, and possibly the animated series. I haven't decided yet. It all depends whether or not I have time for that. But I probably will do that, but I'm not really sure. So yeah, stay tuned for those, and stay tuned in March when I talk about Mighty Ducks Game Changers. And also, if you're wondering why I'm reviewing this in February, a whole month before the series comes out, it's because I also have to review the Zack Snyder DC verse before I talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League. So